Hello, Flosstube. We're the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch.
I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Chelsea.
And we're here to talk to you about our stitching this week.
First of all, we'd like to say thank you so much for the kind shout-outs. Kathy Haberman from Hands On Designs, thank you so much for your shout-outs. Jen's Stitching Niche and LJC. She's a newer Flosstuber, so go check her out as well.
Thank you very much.
We've got some questions this week. I told you last week I was a slacker, so I wrote down some questions this week. How do you keep your projects clean? Is a question that comes up often. Which kind of
when
ties...
you're working on them?
No, when you're storing them. It kind of goes into another question is where do we store our stuff? So we love furniture. We have a lot of hutches. We have a lot of, what's that called behind?
A buffet.
A buffet. She has this big green chest that's really pretty, and a lot of the storage goes in there. And that's what we were showing you, I think, in our first or second video, how they just stack together if you've got like a series of something or...
And I have a cabinet in my family room that's underneath the bookshelves that is totally full of cross stitch, like the bigger framed pieces. The one in the hallway stores like all the littler series and some Christmas ornaments and the Christmas stockings are in there. So that's where they are.
We've got furniture.
And then once those things are full, I'm going to buy those big Rubbermaid under bed storage things and start putting them in there, and I got beds to stick them under.
There we go.
I don't keep any of it in the basement. I worry about moisture or whatever.
Where do you buy your sticky board is the question that we've come up with. So I did some searches. You can find it on Amazon. We get ours at Hobby Lobby. They're not always stocked up though, so we've gotten it other places. You just have to search for the sticky needle work
you
board.
can Google it. I Googled it yesterday, and there's a lot of places that you can buy it online. And there are directions on ours. When you turn it over, it tells you exactly what to do with it. So when you take the paper off of it, read the directions.
And it'll tell you how to attach it to the board. And then for your picks, we use a lot of fall picks when finishing projects. Do you use styrofoam or how do you hold them in there?
Everything just kind of gets hot glued together, or I bend the wires together, twist them
the
together.
end of the pick is wire, so you can loop it around whatever you're putting it on. Or
because most of the time I'm taking them off, and putting different seasonal ones on. So I just use the wires that come already on them.
How are multi-layer bows done?
I just loop the bows in my hand and then tie them with the different ribbons and fabric, whatever I use, and then just tie them all together. I don't use wire on my bows. I do use some wired ribbon, but I just use ribbons and fabric and tie them in a knot.
People asked about stash storage. So last week, last week we talked about how she has a big coffee table that she keeps her stuff in.
Plus I have baskets.
I have these, get them at any office supply place, and just stand your patterns up. So I have a few of these that I do. And then...
You got a lot of patterns.
No, I don't. And then, so I made this with wishful thinking. It says pick up, put away before we get to play today. I made this for my kids, hoping that they'd pick up their stuff because I was tired of picking up a bunch of crap at the end of the day, and it didn't work, so I just took it back and I put all my projects that I'm working on in it when they're not in the project Santa bag. Behind us, we have had questions about what's behind us. So
Plum Street Ghoul Tidings
is right behind us.
Witch's Night Out is over there from With Thy Needle and Thread, and this is Prairie Schooler When Witches Go Writing the Small Chart. And then there's
one from last week. I'm going to show that in my haul because I bought the pattern.
What are we doing now, the previous finishes?
Yep, so we're going to go into finishes. Priscilla, we've been doing this for like 10 weeks now. So
well, I didn't understand what you just said.
So this is one of
another
their previous...
Prairie Schoolers Flight Night, I think.
What'd you do to it?
Oh, I just put it into a thrift store frame and...
Did you paint the frame?
Yes, chalk paint. And this just got a burlap bow on the bottom. It was a really simple finish, but the frame's so ornate.
Yes.
And then Chelsea's working on Halloween rules. This is my Halloween rules. I finished this last year. This went on a lot of airplane trips with me when we were going to watch our son play football. And it was easy to do these you know, because it was so skinny on the plane. So I would get 4 hours of stitching each way to California. But I used a board that we had in the garage, and I painted it with chalkboard paint, and then I chalked pumpkins and leaves and vines all around it, and then mounted the stitching on another board, and then mounted homespun on another board, and I just love it. It's awesome.
So you didn't use sticky board this time? You
No, it's
used
not
regular...
big enough. Yeah, and I did see a question about that too, how I did the Halloween ABCs. I had to actually cut one piece of it and then add another piece on the bottom, and then I put like 3 pieces on the back to stabilize it because the sticky board doesn't come in a long enough piece length. Maybe you could cut it diagonally, but that would be too hard for me. I'm
For what we've got over
cutting
here.
challenged. Make sure the bows. I finished this. I finished stitching it on Thursday night, and my husband helped me cut the board for the bottom, and then we like distressed it and took little notches out to match this because we got this at Michael's a few weeks ago, and I knew that this was going on it, and then he drilled holes in the little shoes and holes in the board. I mounted it on sticky board and then used homespun for the back of this in black and white check, or black and tan check, and we used like wire in between, and he did all that. But it's really cute. This is Witch's Hallows Eve at Raven's Hollow from With Thy Needle and Thread. Okay, where's yours?
So my finish, you guys remember I was working on Buttons Black.
I finished this yesterday for Chelsea. I had found this frame at the Goodwill. The date on it was 1972, so it's an oldie. And we were thinking about painting it black, but she liked this vintagey, rusty gold color. So I took the back of the frame and I wrapped the homespun around it, and I mounted the stitching on sticky board, and then I did a different kind of homespun in a strip down the side and put a bunch of black buttons on it. You might want to get that in closer so they can see all the buttons. It's cool. But very simple and cute. Love that.
Okay.
And then for whips this week,
Whip, whip, whip.
I did a little bit on this October sampler months from Little House Needleworks and Classic Colorworks. It's one of those chart packs where you get all the colors. And I forgot to bring the pattern for this, but this is the Frosty Forest. So I've only got a couple left, and that one I'll be starting. This one I'll be starting this week. I did this on Monday. I want to get these done. We found something at the flea market last Sunday that...
Yeah, check out our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
We went flea marketing. Did everybody see my Priscilla hat that I made? There's so many comments that people have their Priscilla hat on when they're going to the thrift stores and Hobby Lobby, and I just thought it was funny. So I like taped a thing, and it was like 99 degrees, so it kept falling off. I'm like, we got to get a picture before it flies away. All right.
And then Lantern Lane, I built part of a fence.
You guys are all so much further than I am.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody is further.
I'm trying on Sundays to do... That's not the one I did the other one, but that's the one I'll do next. I'm trying on Sundays to split my time between the Lantern Lane and the Christmas rolls, and we didn't have that much time because we were flea marketing, so... I've got one whole one done and half of another one, so I got a long way to go. Yeah, 6, isn't there?
6 booklets?
Right? Or 5? I don't know.
They're not 5.
Probably the same as yours.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the topper. So 6 booklets.
I got a lot to go.
All right, Santa Sundays, Lantern Lane Sal. Everybody knows
Yes,
it.
and keep hashtagging and tagging us because we like to see them.
I've got some alphabet done.
I always try to go to the hashtag and like everybody's pictures.
I do too. Sometimes I'm a couple days behind. All right.
And same for Witchy Wednesday, XS, and Fall Friday stitching.
As everyone knows, I'm doing the cow. Look how cute he is.
So cute.
I had to change the like tan color here because it was blending into the tea coffee dyed fabric. So change that. I started this one 2 nights ago just because who doesn't need a new start? It's Little House Needleworks, the pet store. This is of the
Homespun holidays.
Hometown holidays.
Hometown holidays, yeah.
And
It's
look
so
at how
cute. Yesterday
this
she was
tree
here
is.
and working on this, and I was like, every time I see her stitching something, I want to be stitching it too.
But it's so cute.
I'm
The
stitching
tree
envy.
looks awesome. This is one of my favorites too. So I'm doing Santa's village. This is Santa's house. Yes, I'm still working on it. But I haven't shown you guys yet that I used
Whisper.
Whisper in it. No, I think it's called Fuzzy Stuff.
Yep, fuzzy stuff.
Fuzzy Stuff. It's like it's so cute.
It's fuzzy and sparkly. Santa's got glitter in his beard.
I'm almost done with that. I plan on doing like a few snowflakes here and there, and it's hard to use. And then Mrs. Claus. I was gonna say Grandma Claus.
Whatever her name is.
Mrs. Claus's hair. This is the gift that I'm doing. It is Little House Needleworks Lakeside Lodge. I got some of the lodge done. I have decided to set a day aside where I'm just working on this so I can get it done before Christmas. And then stay up late.
Halloween rules.
These are really fun to do. If you need little projects, like little car projects, these are really fun.
Yep.
Or airplane, like you were doing.
Yep.
Now we're going to go on to haul.
I didn't actually purchase anything, but I was gifted these from Annie B's Folk Art. And she sent in a really cute card.
Yeah, it's a cross-stitch card. And it has
She wanted to
pattern.
thank me for the inspiration of my finishing, so she sent me these charts. And I think Chelsea's going to start this one, and I'm going to start this one. But I'm not going to do the words in it. I'm just going to do it without the words because by Thanksgiving it's
Christmas. I'm gonna charge people $5 and do tours of her house because it's ridiculous. And I can make some good money for stitching. Word. I'll share it with you. You get a quarter for every visit.
as long as you clean it before and after.
So I told you guys I wanted Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. Picture isn't.
She got it from Crazy Annie's.
Yes, from Crazy Annie's. Picture isn't the best quality. It's very dim, but it's gorgeous. I love it. And then what was sitting behind us with the blue roof, somebody asked last week.
Yeah, what chart that is, and it's
It's autumn of the Lizzie Kate's winter four seasons. So I'll show that.
She got those from Crazy Annie's
Yeah,
too.
you can get them as a set. So here's
Are you doing them all
spring,
together or separate?
separate, summer, winter. So I can display them separately. Do people put them as like a four?
Yeah, in the back it shows it.
Oh.
There's a border. There's a free border that goes around it. But that's what it is for the person who asked what was back there a couple weeks ago.
Yes. And I talked to you about how I ordered Sampler of the Seasons winter. I ordered summer again, so now I have two of those, and I still am looking for winter.
Yep.
Late night shopping. Oh, Annie also sent us both these little needle books.
They're cute.
They're like adorable. And the little polka dot fabric with felt and they're cute.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to start this week?
Well, I'm going to work on all my stuff that I already have started, and I'm definitely going to start this one. You're going to start this one, right?
Yes, I'm starting this one.
And then I was digging through yesterday when we were in the basement finishing, and somebody's asked too if we have a dedicated place or if I have a dedicated place to finish, and yes, I do. I have a big basement that all my stuff is in. But
She was previously a crafter, so
I
she has
a bunch
stash.
of charts from a long, long time ago, and I found this one, and I think I might start this. It looks easy and quick to do, so it's probably not, but
So it's Bent Creek Trick or Treat. Yours looks easier. Mine that I decided that I wanted to start out of her stash is Bent Creek Redbird Sampler. And then I opened it up, and
there's
without
lots of
showing you,
specialty stitches.
there's tons of specialty stitches, and I was like, but I'm gonna learn them all. It'll be fun. I might not. I just lied to you. I might just do Smyrna's or something else. I'm not.
I'm a cross stitcher, not a specialty stitcher. I do
Right.
like Smyrna's, but
Some of those stitches, I mean, I don't know. It's just like weave like this, and then, I don't know. All right, we went pumpkin picking this week.
yes, you need to go over to my blog and look at those pictures.
You can guess how many pumpkins she got. Someone's asked if it was pumpkin shopping day. No, it's pumpkin picking, hauling, dragging across the field, and then slamming into the back of your vehicle. So you get to load up like to the back seat as many pumpkins as you can fit in there for a set amount, or you can pay more to
Yes, I pay a little bit extra to lay down the two back seats.
and just jam as many pumpkins as you can get in there until your car's riding like this far.
I
off
don't
for
do it all the way to the
tires.
ceiling though, because we have that window up there, the sky thing. So I don't
She
do it all
used
the
to
way.
when she had her Suburban a long
Yeah,
time ago.
when I had the Suburban. That was
She got a lot more. They've raised the prices significantly over the years to
right.
fill up.
When we first started going, it was $25, and there was even a coupon in the newspaper for $5 off. And now it's $70. So that tells you how many years we've been doing this.
It's
But
always
still,
fun, though.
I mean, if you buy one pumpkin, it's like 10. One big pumpkin is $10 or $12. So
And we get all the pretty ones. We do fancy pumpkins too, like we
yeah,
do
but there was
fancy
no
floss.
pink ones.
Yeah, she likes the ones that are warty. They look like peanut shells on the back of them, and they're pink. We only found one.
I
Ada.
have a little one.
Yeah, so did I. They were little.
But
Blue, white,
We had really
green.
bad flooding here in, what was it, June? July. We had really bad flooding, and I think a lot of their fields got, because they're like down in
Dipped.
hills and stuff.
Dipped.
But it was fun. So go over to the blog and look at all the pumpkins.
Yeah, so we did pumpkin picking. We did flea marketing. It's in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. It is a massive, massive flea market.
Yeah, that was
has-
the last one for the season. Can't wait till next year.
Yeah. We just kind of walked around like, this is the last time we're going to be here, so
Yep.
are you sure you don't need that
So we
bread
did-
box?
Normally, I'm on the lookout for vintage chickens, and this time I didn't get any vintage chickens. I only got stuff to finish.
Cross stitch.
stitch.
I was trying to see if we could attach cross stitch to any of these dang pumpkins we got because we got so many of them. I don't think it's going to work though. All right, so that's all we have for this week unless you have something.
No, just I did figure out last week how to put links on the bottom, so below.
She found out her Facebook name too, just so everyone's clear. And we did get a hold of Alphabet Stitcher.
Yes, she's already got her chart. She already said that she's gotten it.
Everyone was worried about us. Guys, you can private message people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for
And then
looking
we've
out.
been getting messages from somebody else about quilts to make, so I'm not ready to do that yet.
I am. I already looked at the chart online, and Sophia has chickens on it. It's adorable.
Yeah, that's what she said to me. You're going to learn how to quilt. No!
She's like, I can't. So quitter never wins, Priscilla. All right.
Anyway, follow us. There's all the links below on Instagram, Priscilla Blaine, Chelsea356, Priscilla's 2000 on Facebook, I'm pretty sure, or Priscilla's.
It's just Priscilla's.
And then
Somebody else
Priscilla's
told
2000.
us.
Yeah, but that's the address if you go and look at the link on there.
But if you just click on the bottom of this video,
Yeah,
it'll
just
be
click,
like-
click, 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 and you can be at all the places.
All right.
And thank you for subscribing and
Yes.
all your comments. And
We love
we have enjoyed reading everything. And I've been bouncing around in my chair, and I forgot to look at my sign right there.
You just now. I mean, we're 18 minutes in.
It's her fault.
All right, so we'll see you next week.
Bye.